I was in class 12th when I came to know that people earn money by making posters like this from their home. And obviously, like every teenage college student, I also wanted to earn money. So as soon as I reached home, I first searched how to become a graphic designer, just like you have done now. Fast forwarding to today, I earned a good amount of money from graphic design. But how was my journey to get here? How did I learn graphic design? And if you are a college student or just graduated from your college and want to explore the field of graphic design, then where should you start? So in today's video, I will tell you everything related to graphic design. Like what are the fields in graphic design? What are the elements of graphic design that you should know as a designer? What is the average salary of a graphic designer in India? And at the end, I will also tell you how you can bring clients for yourself, because you also have to earn money, right? Okay, one more important thing is that in this video, I will tell you some tips and tricks from my experience in between. So make sure you watch this whole video carefully. Okay, so now I will tell you when I started and how I learned graphic design. I was in class 10th when I got my first PC and I was very happy. And this was around like 2017. And at that time, my interest was in photo editing. So for the whole day, I used to watch tutorials related to photo editing on YouTube. After that, I came to know about Photoshop from somewhere. Then I downloaded its crack version and started watching tutorials related to it on YouTube. Like how to edit photos in Photoshop, how to retouch photos in Photoshop, something like that. Now, as I was editing in Photoshop, so my interest went to other things like making banners in Photoshop, making posters, etc. So I used to watch all of these from YouTube tutorials and I used to make them properly at that time. Now, at that time, I didn't have any knowledge of design, that when to use which color, where to use which font, etc. So I learned all this from YouTube. Let me give you the names of some channels like Satori Graphics, Flux Academy, Paterson, and there are many more channels. I will give you the link in the description. From there, you can take basic graphic design knowledge. Means I have learned everything from YouTube, and you don't need to go any design institute or any design coaching to learn graphic design. Everything is available to you on YouTube for free. So you can learn many things from YouTube for free. And with time, I also got experience. And here I am. Yes, I am still learning. So that's how I started graphic designing. Now, there are 5 main design elements that you should know as a graphic designer. And they are: first, color theory; second, typography; third, alignment; fourth, contrast; and fifth is hierarchy. And these 5 elements are super important for you as a graphic designer. And if you master these 5 elements, then it means you have learned more than half of graphic design. Now, if you want me to make a separate video on these 5 design elements, properly explaining them in depth, then do tell me in the comments. Now, moving ahead, what are the fields in graphic design? So you have brand and identity design, web and user interface, that is UI UX design. Then you have print design, packaging design, social media design, graphics and illustration, and there are many more, from which you can choose any field according to your interest. Many designers, including me, combines these fields. Like I work as a packaging designer, UI UX designer, brand and identity designer, and also as a social media designer. Means I work in these 4 fields. So there is nothing like you have to choose a particular field in graphic design. You can also choose multiple fields according to your interest. At the end, your designs will matter. Okay, now let's talk about the salary. How much does a graphic designer earn? In graphic design, salary depends on which field you are in. Like I already told you about different fields of graphic design. If I tell you the average salary of a graphic designer in India, then it varies from 5 to 10 lakh rupees per annum. Whereas in graphic design, there are 2 fields which have more salary than this. And they are: first, UI UX design. Salary of a good UI UX designer in India varies from 10 to 15 lakh rupees. And the second is branding and identity design, whose average salary is 15 lakh rupees per annum in India. Now, there is one more thing which you can do, and that is freelancing, which most of the graphic designers do. And if we compare them with jobs, then freelancers earn more than an average job employee. So yes, if you are a graphic designer and your designing is also very good, then I will recommend you to become a freelancer, because in freelancing you can earn more money than a job. And the plus point in this is that you can do all this sitting at home. And there are websites like Fiverr, Upwork, Freelancers, through which you can also work with the international clients. And trust me, international clients pay you a very good amount for the quality work. Now, let's talk about the softwares to use as a graphic designer. There are many paid softwares available in the market, like Adobe Photoshop, CorelDRAW, Illustrator, etc. And if you want an alternative to Photoshop, then there is a website called Photopea. This website is basically the web version of Photoshop, but it's free. See, I want to share one thing with you from my personal experience, and that is, if you have proper knowledge of design, then it doesn't matter which software you use, because at the end your designs will matter. Now, the biggest and most important mistake that every beginner designer do, and that is they don't study the basic design elements. Now, what are design elements? Remember which I told you in the starting that there are 5 main design elements, and they are first contrast, second color theory, third typography, fourth hierarchy, and fifth is alignment. So all the beginner designers, what they do is they don't pay attention to these 5 design elements. They directly get down to designing. See, if you want to create a good and impactful design, then you should know these design elements, because these are the basics of design. I will explain you with a simple example. Read this text. What do you think? Who must have written? A lover for his lover, right? Now read it again. You see, feel and emotion is changed. Both have the same text, but feel completely different. So this is the power of one of the design element, and that is typography, through which we can convey emotions. The next thing is that as a graphic designer, you should have a portfolio so that you can show your work to the people. Because until people don't know what work you have done, till then you won't have any work. And making a design portfolio is not a rocket science. For that, you can use websites like Dribbble, Behance, or you can watch my tutorial on portfolio. So if you are a graphic designer or going to be a graphic designer, then make sure you have a perfect portfolio. Okay, so now let's talk about where to get clients. By the way, I have made a separate dedicated video on this topic, that is how to get clients. You will get its link in the description. So go and watch that video once. So you can get clients from many ways, like from freelancing platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, and Freelancer. After that, you can get clients from cold emailing, like if you have an agency or a company or a local brand's email, then you can pitch your services to them through the email. So you can get clients through cold emailing like this. Then after this, you have 𝗵𝗲𝗀𝗀, that is social media, where you can upload your work and show it to many people. This method is more effective because you will get clients from the front. Like if you have made a logo, then show the breakdown of the logo, like before and after the design you have made. So by getting attracted to it, you will get clients. And the rest of the methods to get clients I have told in this video. So make sure you watch this video. The link is in the description. If you become a graphic designer and instead of your job you choose freelancing, so in freelancing there are 2 to 3 things which you have to keep in mind. That is, in freelancing you are your own manager. Like you have to handle the accounts, you have to send the emails, you have to reach out to the clients, etc. You should also know that how to make invoices, how to make contract, etc. So these were all of the things that you need to know. So that's it for this video. You can follow me on Instagram. Here is my Instagram handle. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.